Because it's just a ride. We can change it anytime we want. It's only a choice. No effort, no work, no job, no savings of money. A choice right now between fear and love.
It's HoSo show. It's HoSo show. It's your fistful of beans. It's HoSo show. It's HoSo show. Steve and Craig, are you ready? Missouri, are you ready? Your fistful of beans.
Are you ready for your fistful of beans? Is that coming from you? That's coming from you, not me.
Yep. Yeah.
I don't like
to hear it. I like to hear the song.
I don't like this new.
I watch it through here.
I'm trying to share a YouTube link on Facebook, and I hate Facebook with the passion of
with
1,000.
The holiest passion. I'm sharing the Twitch link, so I'm glad you're on the the YouTube thing.
Well, the YouTube link doesn't even like show up as a link.
It's this. I don't want to call it a dick measuring contest. It's these platforms exercising what little bit of control they can on their competition. Oh, you want to share my competition's link on my page? You want to bring my enemy to eat at my table? Like, yeah, is that okay?
Yeah, is that cool? Can we do that?
A little hungry? Is that all right? You got enough food here? There's enough food to fill the whole grocery store, pal. What's up? Good morning.
Plenty of food to go around, brother. Here's the deal. I woke up feeling like Shannon Blake right after she gets dressed, where you feel like you can accomplish anything in the world, okay? Because the outfits that gal's wearing, I don't know how she gets them on her body, brother. I just don't understand the physics of every one of her outfits, bro.
The thing is that there's a team. You remember when Cinderella got dressed by the animals?
Of course. I think about it every day.
There's a team of little festival wookettes, if you will, just little wook ladies.
This is making sense.
They adorn Shannon with like little pieces. They decorate her like a Christmas tree.
You have to wrap her. You have to wrap. Her clothes are like a wrap, dude.
You do have to wrap her, but the thing,
like an ace bandage. Like her shirt is an ace bandage.
Yeah, it's just a spiral.
It just gets
spiral. It represents her energy.
Yes.
Okay. Now the good news is that she herself is a wook. So once you get it on her, it's not going to come off for a couple of weeks. There's only a monthly bath that she has to worry about.
Okay, I thought so.
Other than that, we're just washing with dude wipes. We're dude wipes, and we're just fucking rubbing patchouli all over us.
Dude wipes. They just wipe themselves down with baby wipes, dude. That's great.
Dude, but I just love that we exist in a time where there's like we've progressed to the point of like basement dwelling gamers, right? And they're like, dude, I got to do something about the smell on my gooch. I got to do something about it. And showering isn't like even like number one on the list. They're like, you know what? What if we develop some kind of futuristic scientific technology mimicking baby wipes, except it's for dudes and their balls? And somebody in the boardroom's like, yes, that is a brilliant idea. Fucking weirdos, man.
Check this out. Check that out.
Oh, is that a bunch of tits? No, it's not tits. It's all kinds of finches.
Finches, tits, great tit, thrushes, blue tits, goldfinches. Pretty nice.
Where'd you get that, dude?
I went on a hot Marshalls run last night. Got some pants.
I like a good Marshalls run. I've been a TJ Maxx guy for a long time, but I got to tell you, the Fenton TJ Maxx is getting lapped by the Springfield one. Springfield set a real high bar for what I expect out of a TJ. I mean, I bought Brooks Brothers ties and shit in that TJ Maxx down in Springfield. Like,
yeah, boy.
the one up here, I'm like, come on, dog. Everything you got's and one. Come on, dog.
Yeah, I gotta walk.
I'll be and one, dude.
I walk out of here looking like hot sauce. Okay, I can't do that. All right, dude. I was
hot sauce, the basketball player, right?
Yes, obviously. Dude, he was the best, dude. He was the best, dude. He had that move, dude.
I'm a professor guy, but I get it. The hot sauce did.
Well, obviously,
damn, dude. Clearly, I'm a professor fan.
Yeah. I mean, I had to be as well. Obviously, I was also
just like him, so I get it. You kind of look like the professor.
But I was like, I'm more like hot sauce.
Sure,
dude. I'll never forget. Old Larry came to CBC with just a dump truck full of and one shoes.
I thought you were talking about Grandmama, but you're talking about Larry Hughes.
Larry Hughes, yes, not Grandmama, even though we did have a big discussion about Grandmama earlier. He's pissed.
I'm trying to have a fucking conversation about Grandmama and Larry Hughes. Is that all right? Is that okay? Is that okay, Sal? Is that okay, Sal? Is that all right with you?
Now you're getting kicked off off the stream. Did you say boof again?
Yeah, I must have.
Greg said boof again.
I'm going to start saying the big ones. I'm going to start saying the real big words and see how good your censorship is. I'm going to say the big words.
Oh, buddy, I was working last night. Basically, I am DJ now. Basically, I just make the beats, and I am DJ now, boy.
I did hear you. You're laying down some beats, boy.
I got this one ready for the Patreon because I passed out yesterday, buddy. I needed some sleep. The way this is happening, the sky and stuff, and then us being up in the morning, my routine is like it's madness. It's madness, dude.
I woke up to this is how funny that, like, I went and as soon as I got home from work, I told you, I was like, hey, I'm gonna have to get a couple hours of laundry in. I'm like, I got home, and if I sit down, dude, I am not going to get anything that I want to get done. It is insane. And so, like, I just walked straight upstairs. I grabbed all the hampers. I'm like, all right, load up the car, go over, put my earbuds in, listen to a couple hours of podcast, get the laundry back. I came back home, got it all hung up, and I was like, all right, it's time to, that's when I tried to call you or whatever. I'm like, all right, it's time to do the show, and then didn't hear anything from you. Sat down in my bed. Next thing you know, I'm waking up about 4:45 this morning. I see a text from him. He's like, "Sup, buddy? Sorry, I fell asleep." I'm like, "Well,
yeah, we're just on a little bit of different schedules. It's okay. It's okay." Okay, so I got to
hit the alarm clock. Sorry, I had to wake my kid up.
This is how, and your neighbors. This is how you know, dude. Have you ever heard of butt rock or divorced dad rock?
Oh yeah, yes. Yeah.
What is it?
Creed.
Is it okay?
Yeah,
Papa Roach.
Yeah, it's that new metal
Okay,
phase. It's rock that you don't like. It's that rock that took place in the late '90s to early 2000s.
Oh, I love Papa Roach.
Yeah. So yeah, just think, but it's all the I hate my dad. Whatever. Like yes. The dad rock is now. I think that there are some outliers, obviously.
Like Everclear is Everclear dad rock.
Oh,
because Father of Mine, is that?
That I would push that back into like the '90s pop alternative rock.
Okay. Yeah, what about like Lit? No. What about Lit?
They're getting there. They're like on the cusp. This is more like Creed, Nickelback, Stained.
Stained, obviously Stained, yeah. Dude.
Which now I'll admit it. I loved Stained.
I loved Stained.
The first two albums I think are actually masterpiece albums. Now it gets a little fucking soft and weird after that. Break the Cycle's a great album. Like that's front to back bangers. And honestly, Dysfunction went hard. Like Dysfunction wasn't dad rock. That's the weird thing is like a band can exist and make a lot of music inside of like the dad rock situation.
Okay.
But also they can have like they may have started a little differently. They see what makes money. Dude, I remember I think the first Nickelback single was like Leader of Men or something like that. They had 2 songs in like the late 90s that were really good. They were pretty solid. And then everybody figured out they were using the exact same 4-chord progression. So you can literally lay every Nickelback song over the top of one another and they all blend. That's what's weird about Nickelback. Anyway, I don't want to make this Nickelback thing. Point is, that's kind of your dad rock. Not him.
Daughtry is on this list.
Oh, Daughtry, without a doubt. I mean, listen, if you're made in the image of like what's popular on the rock radio at the time, but you were made on American Idol, you're probably dad rock.
I've been mistaken as Daughtry, I feel like, a few times back in the day.
Oh, I could see that.
Little Daughtry look.
You got a little Daughtry in you. Yeah, you got a little Daughtry, a little CD in you.
You said you wouldn't tell anybody about Daughtry being inside of me, bro. Why are you telling everyone now, you son of a bitch? They also added 3 Doors Down, Puddle of Mud. Oh, yes, my God. Sure. I am divorced dad rock, brother.
We have no choice, and this is
no choice.
The divorced dad rock movement is what it was a ploy, it was a plan, it was the fall of commercial rock, it was the fall of radio rock and roll, it was the fall of Rome when it came to rock and roll on the radio. When's the last time? I mean, even The Point, right? So The Point was St. Louis's alternative rock station. Anything new, anything, they were playing it. Now, if you listen to The Point, it's very much like if you listen to K-Shi in the 90s, and now I would have a hard time distinguishing between The Point and K-Shi because it's kind of a classic rock station, right? It's still playing, 80s and 90s rock, late 80s, things like 9 Inch Nails and things like that. But that is what killed rock and roll music. This is when the algorithms started to take over music. This is when they were like, oh, it's when pop country started to take over. We're gonna mix in a little hip hop verse on this country song, but we're gonna take this kind of simple little dad rock riff.
I've been thinking about us, thinking about her, thinking about me. Don't think about us. What it gonna be? And it was only just a dream. Who? That's Nelly and Tim McGraw, dog.
I know, buddy.
That's Nelly and Tim McGraw, dude.
Shouts out to my guy Nelly. Shouts out to my guy Cornell Haynes. You know what I mean?
That may have been the first song. I want to dress like Craig.
Well, it's certainly as far as the country crossover, it was a big deal. Ooh, you're in teal too, dog. You're kind of seafoam. You're somewhere.
I'm like Robin.
You're somewhere in
Robin Egg.
Robin's Egg. You're Robin's Egg. Actually, I might be Robin's Egg, and you're Robin's Egg.
I don't know. Yeah, a little bit.
We're somewhere in that spectrum of cerulean.
I've been thinking about us, thinking about me. Well, that song was a fucking.
Hang on
worst.
a second. I need to address something in the chat line.
Let's do it.
Mackenzie tried to tell me Pussifer is dad rock. I will beat the shit out of Mackenzie if she says that.
We do have a Pussifer song here.
It's my time to know. The HoSo Show. The HoSo Show. Get your fist full of beans. The HoSo Show. The HoSo Show.
That was Pussifer doing our open.
I hate your fucking.
That was Circle of Peace. I think that was Circle of Peace.
You know what? I got things to do. I got things to do today.
I have better things to do than this.
I have better things to do than listen to people besmirch Maynard's projects that are fucking brilliant. I don't need to do it. I don't need to do
Our
it.
System of a Down, dad rock, butt rock.
I mean, I wouldn't say so. They were definitely in that range. Now you have albums like Toxicity. Would like Toxicity's dipping a toe Okay.
Ooh.
It's free today. It's dipping a toe. It's dipping a toe in the dad rock scene. But I would not personally put them in there.
You're
I
like, it's
think
dipping
more.
their toes.
I
Dipping
think
his
more like
toes.
lips of an angel. You know, even when I hear your voice singing my name, it sounds so sweet.
Oh, sweet. You're riding around
That's
in your
that rock.
car. You're riding around your car thinking about better times and where it all went wrong.
Every day. Having hard deja vu right now.
You are.
Oh, that we're having this conversation, this exact conversation, for everybody to see. It's part of my shame kink. Yeah. So what? Sometimes I roll the windows down. I drive on back roads. I put on a little stained epiphany, and I said, "'Cause it's always raining in my head," and I'm two-handing the fucking steering wheel with tears streaming off my cheeks. Yeah, that's what happens sometimes. But guess what? I'm a dad, and I can do that. I'm a divorced dad. The saddest rock that anybody has ever come up with. I can do that.
Yeah, let him do what he has to do, everybody. Jesus, why are you on this guy's ass so hard?
Yeah, why are you on my ass? Let me regulate my emotions however I see healthy.
Yeah, dude, like they got a whole thing at the Sad Dad Complex. They get together once a week. They listen to some Nickelback. They tell each other about what's going on in their lives. It's good, and everyone's trying to shit all over it, and I don't like it. Oh, what's this guy doing? Oh, it sounds a little out of tune, actually.
Flat, isn't it?
They're a little flat. A little flat, dude.
All right, I'll work on that. You take them for a ride.
All right, cool.
Anything for the bit, dude. Anything for the bit. We're just not going to do the bit out of tune. You know what I mean?
Yeah, don't do the bit out of tune, dude.
We're not doing that. Hey, how about Shohei Ohtani winning his 4th MVP?
You did?
Yeah, I had somebody reach out to me yesterday and ask. This is how profound of an impact my MLB player dictates were over 10 years ago. People still reach out to me and ask me my take on certain things. They don't know that I haven't really watched sports in 5 years. And he asked me, he said, "Hey, listen, if Shohei Ohtani wins his 4th MVP tonight, where does that put him all time in players? Like right now, if he never played another game." And I thought that was a very interesting proposition, because it's like, if he never played another game, he hasn't even played 10 seasons yet. He's done some pretty incredible stuff. He's the only player to ever win an MVP in the 2 MVPs in the AL and the NL. Pretty neat.
Pretty neat.
But his numbers don't match even kind of close to Albert's in the first 10 years. But he's a pitcher. But what's that worth when everybody's a 230 hitter? Now, so I went back. I said, I can confidently, if he never played another game, confidently probably place him in the top, definitely in the top 10, probably in the top 8. He countered back and said top 4 all time, top 5 all time. And I was like, it's too early. I think that longevity is an important part when you're talking about GOAT. Like, for instance, Sandy Koufax. Yeah, everybody's got his nuts in their mouth. Okay, he played like 5 years. Fuck Sandy Koufax. I mean, he's great. He's fine.
Get your nuts out of his mouth, man.
It's Sandy Koufax's curly-haired nuts out of your mouth. It's been a fucking half a century, guys. Get over it.
Get over it, man. I'm sick and tired of everyone every day in my life. I can't even understand what they're saying because they got a mouthful of Sandy Koufax's beanbag inside of their mouth, and I've had it. I've had it.
Coastal bias. It's a coastal bias.
It's a coastal bias.
And we already know that people in California can't help but just have nuts in their mouth all the time. It's not like what makes the whole town run.
Ooh, I got to get out to California.
Oh, no. You're getting nuts in your mouth. They're not.
Anywhere I go, I get nuts, and it's all for a show. You got it tuned up now for the bit?
I'm doing a little bit at a time.
I got open D tuning right now.
Oh, how you like that? You playing a little slide on it?
Oh yeah, like the song slide. Why don't you slide? That's in an open D tuning.
Put your arms around me, Dad. I would
Yes,
I would put
yes.
that Dad Rock.
Yes.
I would.
What
not
you
Dad
feel
Rock.
is what
Actually,
you
I would
are.
not.
What
Or,
you
no,
are
here's
is
the-
beautiful.
You could call it Dad Rock, but I wouldn't call it butt rock. Does that make sense? Like there's okay.
Because I don't
well,
know butt rock.
Butt rock is what we're talking about.
Well, butt rock stinks.
I
I know, but I like it.
love it. Dude, you can't help it. Woodstock '99 was us, dude.
Yeah, now we got a tremolo.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Oh God, he's gonna do one of these things where he does. Hold on, hold on.
And you
my knees.
all that for that.
All the times that I've died and I've wasted to die.
Yep.
Oh, we got some chats in the old multi-stream. It says, Gemini Jen says, what a fabulous Friday morning being serenaded by divorced Dad Rock.
This is the divorced Dad Rock hour.
Good for me, but lonely. So I came here hoping my bitches. Happy Friday.
Who said that?
So I came to hoping my bitches. Hopping my bitches. Happy Friday, lovers. Twitch is good for me, but lonely over there. Twitch seems to be a lonely place. All these people are over at Twitch together.
That's so
you guys
interesting.
shouldn't be
That's
lonely.
It's
We're
so
up to.
interesting 'cause you could just type on Twitch. You could have the same conversation on Twitch.
Well, they changed the rules. Some could DH after he stops pitching in a game, and he definitely gambled on baseball. And his interpreter took.
Oh, I like it. We got a hot take.
He
Oh,
definitely.
without question.
Without question. They're
also-
all gambling on games.
I was gonna say.
They're-
Also, I don't. As far as the gambling thing goes, I don't care. Other than, they didn't make it right with Pete before he died, and they didn't make it right with Shoeless Joe before he died, and they all pretended that gambling isn't the only thing that's a problem. So our goddamn TV networks are named after casinos. Can we stop?
Yeah,
with all
knock it
that.
off. This is
But
so
also-
dumb, dude.
I mean, on a talent level, the dude mashes. He's unlike anything we've ever seen before. I just think that MVPs are not a good barometer of all time. I guess you have to look at people in the eras that they played, you know? And I think that Shohei Ohtani, now we'll just talk about Shohei Ohtani, the pitcher, okay? And for everybody that's not into this deep baseball talk, we'll get through it pretty quick, maybe. I think that Shohei Ohtani, the pitcher, is facing the worst league of hitters talent-wise in over a century, since Babe Ruth. So I think that he's playing a game, and now my buddy countered and said the reason that hitting is down is because of how elite pitching has got. I outright reject that fucking thought. No, something in the last 10 years didn't happen with pitchers or specialized pitchers that made hitting a fucking 30% harder. No, that did not fucking happen.
Come on.
It was a complete change in approach to hitting. Everybody swings from their fucking heels. It is absolutely not. So when his
You don't think it's because every pitcher's throwing 103 now?
I mean, I think that helps. I think when we talked about things like load and guys only have to pitch fucking 2 or 3 innings a night.
Starters are expected to go 5 now. What's a quality
which is
start?
just ridiculous. It's a quality start. It's always been a quality start, but like, but an ace pitcher, buddy, an ace pitcher goes 8. An ace pitcher goes 8 or 9. You know,
he failed if he didn't finish the game. The stud pitchers used to think they failed if they didn't.
Roy
finish
Halladay's
the
not
game.
talking to you. Roy Halladay's not giving you a post game presser if he didn't go 9. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Doc
it's-
ain't giving you a post game presser. Dog.
What are you doing, guys? What is this now? They're like, oh, pitch count. He's got a no
But
hitter.
I mean, what he's doing is freakish. It's awesome, and he hits fucking nukes, man. I mean, it's not like he's just like cheating them over the wall. Like he's a masher, and he's got some gnarly stuff. So he's definitely got to be in a conversation. He's in a league of his own. But before we start talking about GOATs, I think you got to be 10 years in, and that's why I don't put Sandy Koufax in the top pitchers of all time. You got to get 10 years in. You got to
You heard it here.
Sandy's nuts. Get Sandy nuts out of your mouth. He didn't play 10
Whoa.
years. I don't want to hear it.
Wow, Sandy Koufax taking some heat this morning on the Hoosier Sophisticate Show, live on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. We are breaking records for viewers here without being live on Facebook. So I want to thank everybody for coming out to the Twitch. We got Twitch people, YouTube people, and a few Twitter people in the chat. Gemini Jen says, Jess, I've tried Twitch multiple times, but it's always so damned glitchy. I'm confined to the YouTube. A-Road says, I don't think pitchers throwing harder accounts for batting averages dropping 80 points for most players. Shut up, Aaron. Shut up. You're agreeing with Craig. I don't like it. I like how you can keep the stream up on Twitch while opening other apps. I think you can also do that on YouTube as well, but that is nice. That is far better than Facebook.
You can do it with YouTube, especially if you have YouTube Red or YouTube Premium. But Twitch,
I just have regular.
You can actually, you can turn your screen off, put it in your back pocket. Twitch will keep playing. It's kind of nice.
It's real nice. That's what I want. That's what I want out of my
Good
morning show.
Hippie Don. Good morning,
Good morning.
sir.
Good morning, Hippie Don. I had kind of a
I think he's maybe one of our newest Patreon sponsors.
he
So
is.
shout
He is.
out
Yes,
to
Hippie Don.
for being our newest Patreon sponsor. Guys, we're going to be putting stuff. Steve's been really good about putting some music and stuff on there. I'm trying to get some meditations on there a few times a week. And we are going to we're going to put a Patreon only YouTube offering, which might be Steve and I in the same studio. It's going to look a little different than this. We're talking about, and you know, we'll talk to you guys about what do you guys want to see, but we're talking about just kind of getting a little lubed up and giving you the sad dad takes that you guys are all clamoring for.
Yeah, we're going to get ripped up, torn to shreds, say all the things that are in our head that we don't say here because there's a lot. There's a lot we want to say here, and we just can't do it because
can't do it.
So Jen just looked at me like, "What's wrong with you, dude?" Jen goes, "You say a lot. You actually do say a lot, so I don't know what you're pocketing."
It is true. I get to think about.
I don't know either. She's right.
When
I
we
don't know
say
what
things-
I'm pocketing. I don't know.
Dude, even my coffee cup is in this color spectrum. Look at me go.
Oh
dude.
my god, dude!
Look at that, bro.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers, pal. You would put a fucking house
No.
sparrow up there for me, a fucking rat with wings.
Fine. How about a green finch?
Okay, I like green finches. I'm a big finch guy. I like finches. I like finches. And
How many goldfinches you seen in your life, bruh?
probably a couple.
Yeah.
Probably a couple.
Yeah, I've seen about 7 or 8 of those. Scarlet
Every-
tanagers are the ones. Scarlet.
They're really neat looking, dude. I saw an oriole, and it almost made my fucking head explode. It almost. I was.
Yes.
Holy shit! That's what an oriole actually looks like. I cannot
Yes, dude.
believe I saw it in
Let's
nature.
go.
What happens to us where this shit becomes like?
I don't know.
Rush, dude.
Let's
It's
go.
rush.
Let's go.
Living over in Raintree. Raintree is like some kind of national bird sanctuary. So when you
For
when you go into Raintree, it's why there's no street lights in any of Raintree.
Oh, he's sick.
So we would get some wild ass birds over there. I mean,
Yes.
dude, Trev and I in the car one day, we had a bald eagle fucking swoop my car. I mean,
Yes.
this far from the windshield, and its wingspan covered the whole
Yes, dude.
road.
Yes.
Swooped and then fucking went up. And buddy, I'm still riding that high. But the first time I saw
Let's
a
go.
fucking oriole, it blew me away. What's up, Level Up AV?
He's also a Patreon guy. No, Orioles. I don't know if I've seen one, honestly.
Dude, it's the crazy
Maybe
in the
one?
wild.
Yeah.
I've seen one, and I mean that orange.
Damn.
that orange coming through, dude. It's oh man. Also, did you know?
Was it in Raintree where you saw that bad boy? It was
Yes.
in Raintree. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
Now did you know? Go ahead. What were you gonna say? Because what?
No. That's what I just wanted to know where it was so I can
Yeah.
put it on my map.
Yeah, Jeffco, baby. Did you know that because you were talking about the other night, we were having a talk about corvidae, crows,
Yes,
ravens. They're not black. They're not black birds.
What are they? Like
They're
dark blue?
They're actually iridescent birds. They're rainbow.
Yeah.
You look.
Yes.
You ever look at their feather and you turn it on the light, it'll throw a whole iridescent rainbow sheen off of it. But what they say is that other birds and animals that can see that color spectrum, when they see fucking ravens and crows, it just looks like a fucking tie-dye rainbow fucking flying through the sky. And shit. How fire is that? That is fire, dog.
That's fire, dog, dude. That's starlings too. Starlings always kind of get a bad rap, but you see a starling at a right, and there's nothing more majestic than a flock of thousands of starlings just going
doing the swoop. God, dude. Bird talk, dude. Bird talk, dog.
That's what
Fucking
happens.
Heavy condor medicine, dude. Heavy condor medicine.
I'll never forget. You know how there's carcasses on the side of the road, and the birds with the biggest wingspan in Missouri are our turkey vultures, okay? So the turkey vultures will sometimes be eating a carcass on the road. You drive by them, they take off, and you're like, damn, that's a big bird. I had seen someone hit a bald eagle when I was driving like through Table Rock or something, and I'm like, holy shit, that's a bald eagle carcass on the road. And I think it's illegal to even mess with those because I've always wanted to be like,
you can't even harvest like the
feathers. You can't,
which is kind of crazy.
It's an old rule. It's an old rule because of women's hats. We got real crazy with women's hats.
These
and
fucking
feathers.
broads in their hats.
I know. I didn't want to say anything, but we're here. We're here now, so we have to address it.
I'm about tired of these gals in their fucking hats. It's getting ridiculous around here.
We have to address the allegations, okay? This morning
we got to address this. Get your shit together. You can have a cool hat without murdering America's bird, okay?
So we're driving along Table Rock, and I'm like, man, how do you hit a freaking eagle? And this is probably, I think it's in the same day. I'm driving down one of those.
2 strokes under par.
So I'm driving on the side of the road, and I'm thinking about playing golf after this. You want to go play golf?
It's a nice day, but Daddy's got money to make. I'm riding a fucking wave right now, dude. Yesterday, the fucking dam busted through, and I'm fucking stacking mad chips and swinging fat dick, buddy.
Let's go, dude. Sounds like you should
up.
be on the golf course making deals, dude, the way you're freaking carrying yourself right now.
I should.
So I'm driving by, and as we're making this turn, there's like, I thought a condor eating this thing. Well, it was an eagle, and it takes off right in front of the car. And I almost hit this fucking thing. But you're right. The wingspan was just like,
bro, it's 4 foot.
I'm like, it was wild, dude.
It's wild as shit. It's the craziest shit.
We were at where the Niangua meets Bennett Springs. That's Bennett Springs. Yes, where the Niangua meets Bennett Springs. And me, Jen, the kids, and about 3 other families are sitting at where the Niangua and the springs kind of come together. And we're all chilling. We see an eagle in the distance, and we're all kind of like, oh, cool. Some people are seeing it. It's getting closer. Gets right like about 20 feet in front of all the families, turns and goes, whoosh, and scoops this trout out of the water. And that's just the reaction from like 8 families on the water, we're all like, oh, that was the sickest thing we've ever seen.
Dude, how could you not?
And I'm like, isn't it weird how humans, when we see something like that, it's like, that is terrific. I don't know what it is, but everybody there was into it.
Well, because, when you think about, a majestic bird like that, like, it doesn't have a whole lot of functions in society that it has to fulfill, right? It just does a couple of things. But the main thing that it does is feed its family like a dad, like a dad's gonna go out and grab some fucking fish, like a good dad does, like Goofy, and And so when you get to see, like, that's his job, dog. That's what he does. That's his art. That's his craft. And when you get to see anybody expertly, uh, uh,
Maneuver.
carry out their craft, expertly just do their thing, it's awesome. So like when
It
a
is.
fucking eagle comes up, swipes a fucking trout out of the water and takes off, you just witnessed, Dolly. You just witnessed Picasso, Jack. You just witnessed any of the great artists through time putting the final brushstroke on a masterpiece.
God, I love the way you talk about birds, my man. I love the way, because I thought about it too, and I'm like, I wonder, I've been retelling this story for obviously years now, but I wonder if like we took a camera back to the scene, the other people weren't that into it. I was just like, oh my God, did you see that? Just walking up to people, and they're like, yeah,
hilarious.
yeah,
That's
that was
hilarious. You're
that
like,
was pretty cool.
everybody was going insane, and like
Dude.
we flip to it, and you got your shirt off, and you're like Petey Pablo in your fucking shirt.
Let's
and everybody's
go.
looking around like,
Okay.
you like dump your family in the water out of the boat because you're jumping around.
I'm holding Ivan up. He's got a fish in his hand. I'm like, get
Yes.
that thing, dude. Get it. Let's go. We did have an awesome experience with a beaver last 2 weekends ago.
Okay.
A beaver came out of the water at night, and this thing was every bit of 50 to 60 pounds, man. It made Ruby look small. Dude, and it had a monster tail, came out of the water chewing on freaking wood, like just ripping chunks of wood out. And again, everyone on like the little dock area was like, this is nuts, dude. We love nature. It's in
I love
us.
nature,
We love
dog.
nature.
I love nature. I would geek out. I mean, as long as I'm not the thing, or someone I love is not the thing that's being consumed, I want to see nature get all natured up in it, I want
Well,
to
have you seen a bobcat? Because that's my bucket list animal.
Have I seen a bobcat? Do you let me remind you of a bobcat story.
Yeah, please.
I used to live in Springfield, and I was kind of, me and my roommates were in this place, and this other guy had moved in from Auburn. He was going to the University of Auburn. He moved to Springfield because he had met us playing Counter-Strike and a few other video games, and we met him at CPL in Dallas, which was this big gaming tournament in Dallas. Anyway, he moves up. He literally like meets us there. He's like, I think I'm just gonna up and move. I'm done at Auburn. Like, I'm just gonna come check out this new. What was supposed to be temporary just kind of became more and more permanent. He became like a manager at McDonald's, and I love him to death.
Damn.
But like everything in my house smelled like fucking McDonald's grease, like everything. And I was kind of off doing some other things and gallivanting about, and so we all decided to amicably go our own ways. And I was kind of in between spots, and I was building limos, and this guy's like, dude, come live with me, dude. I got an extra fucking spot. Like, it's great. I'm out in the middle of nowhere. I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm pretty adaptable. It's all good, So I go and start staying with this guy.
Yeah,
this-
dude, I guess.
This is
I got to bring my tool chest with me, though. Is
This
that
is
cool?
bro. So this is what leads to the story of living with the guy who has his toolbox instead of
no.
the stove in the kitchen.
I know. I
We had, a
thought-
toolbox. We had a toolbox where the stove was supposed to be, and then over in the corner there was a cherry picker, an engine picker that had like a 302
Damn.
hanging on it. Okay,
Damn.
this is our kitchen, dog. This is our kitchen, dog. And
Having a cherry picker be nice, dude.
it's real nice. It's a nice thing to have for sure.
Yeah.
And then in the living room there was like an old shovel head Harley that was just like parked next to the TV, just in the living room. Now this is like
You've always been such a man.
and so
You've always been
So,
such a man.
the first night I'm staying there, it's a hot one, bud, and there's no central air in this trailer out in halfway Missouri, and so it's a hot one, and I'm sleeping on this like. Hippie Don knows exactly who I'm talking about. So
This is all true. He says this is in the chat. Hippie Don just comes in. He goes, "This is
he knows
all
it.
true."
He knows exactly what I'm talking about. I'm staying at this dude's house, and I'm thankful for all these experiences. It's ultimately what led to my son being here. I met his mom through this guy. Anywho, uh, so one night it's like 110 degrees, and I wake up sweating. I am hot, and I'm like, I gotta go get an ice cube, a fucking popsicle. I gotta get something out of the freezer to get comfortable. And I open the freezer, bro, and there's a fucking head in the freezer like this. It looked like you remember whenever Gimli, Legolas, and Aragorn are running, trying to find Merry and Pip, and they just met up with all the riders of Rohan, and these guys just all nuked all the Uruk-hai.
Yep.
And there's like the one head on the stake that's like, that is what this thing looked like. I can't distinguish. It's 3 a.m. and I'm one eye open awake. I can't distinguish if this is a human. I don't know what kind of head this is, but there's a head in the fucking freezer, dog. Okay, that head turned out to be a bobcat's head. So that's my
legal?
bobcat story.
Is that legal?
Probably not. No, nothing this guy did was exactly on the up and up.
Oh, that's so fun, dude.
That's I've seen a couple of them. I don't know. I've seen any in wild. Cats in the wild are weird. Cats in the wild are hard to spot. You know, they're already pretty stealthy.
I got 3 bucket list monsters that I do want to see in Missouri. I think I've seen all the rest of them, but bobcat, mountain lion, black bear. I did go to a campsite one time, and we showed up and we're jackassing around, and there was this like sandy hill that led up around the water's edge and kind of looked like a game trail. So we were jackassing around, and we went over there, and there were legit bear prints in the sand, and I was like, oof. That's kind of unnerving. Like, I have never seen one in real life, never really seen signs of them except for that. But I know those black bears exist out there.
Oh, 100%.
And I don't know,
like,
there's probably more black bears.
We had a mountain lion not too long ago out here in Jeffco.
Yep.
And it was a good-sized cat.
Mm-hmm.
It was a big old cat.
Yep.
Like, it was that mountain lion's been roaming the forest for a while. It wasn't no pup, wasn't no cub. That's for sure. Cub, dude.
You sound like this is a movie about a wild cat that you came in like the grandpa from Beauty and the Beast coming into Gaston's thing. You're like, this ain't no cub. This ain't no one will believe me. And I'm more like Gaston. I'm like, I'll go cut that thing's head off right now.
There's black bears pretty much everywhere. They're definitely throughout here. I remember when I was down in the Springfield area, they would have sightings of them around the Seymour, area all the time, which is like out 60 kind of.
Yeah, Seymour Bears. Seymour Bears.
Fucking dare you? They're the Seymour Indians, I think.
Oh, that's ironic. You're not gonna do that.
First place I played in so there's a place that's Fair Grove out there, and when I first moved to Springfield, I played in a baseball tournament, and my dad and I were leaving this baseball tournament. We're driving back, and Seymour and Fair Grove, Seymour especially, huge Amish population, like big, and so we'd be heading back, and we saw this kid pull a buggy over. Okay. And he pulls over on the side of the highway. He's got this buggy, and he's like this. This is the back. This is the back of the buggy over here.
Okay.
He grabs this thing out of the back of the buggy, and he runs down this hill into this little fucking field. He's tucked away where there's nothing. And he's got like a little transistor radio that looks like a homemade radio that he's running down the hill with to hide in the crops so he can listen to some music and fucking boogie down, dog. Like, I'm just like, look at that, dude. Music crosses. He's probably listening to. He's probably listening to
Divorce Dad Rock.
Lips of an Angel. Yeah, I would think so.
Just thinking he's unstoppable in that moment, dude.
Absolutely. I'm full of love.
That's amazing,
Why couldn't
dude.
she love me the way that I deserved?
Dude, have
Damn
you ever
Yoder woman.
have you ever had a run-in with like I don't think we have true alligator snapping turtles in Missouri. I think I
Oh,
was
buddy.
mistaken. I think it's a different type of snapping turtle. I don't know if
I
it's an
didn't know about that.
alligator. I don't know. Let me do
I
a
don't know
quick.
about that because I walked out at I was staying with my uncle. He lived in Happy Rock, Gladstone, Missouri. Okay, Happy, they call it the Happy Rock. And that's, if you're in the know. I was staying with him in the summer times. And I remember one morning I walked out the front door.
We do have 'em.
I noticed a rock that I had never seen before. And like behind his little bushes, his little shrubbery off to the left-hand side. And dude, this was a fucking snapper, bro. And I'd like to consider myself a snapper expert. Okay. This thing was, I'll bet it was a fucking 60-pound turtle, dude. I mean, this thing was probably 2.5 feet across.
Absolutely,
Probably
dude.
2.5 feet across. Anyway, so yeah, we have them.
Oh, was that was the last description of it? So we have.
It looked like a disc. It looked like a fucking.
Dude,
I think
they're
that's an
monsters.
alligator snapping turtle. When they're fucking this big, I think that's an alligator snapping turtle.
So we have common snapping turtles, and I didn't realize the alligator snapping turtle is rare and only found in certain specific habitats, mostly in the southeastern part of Missouri.
Okay.
We did find a baby one this big, like the size of a the Eucharistic wafer, and it was the cutest damn thing I'd ever seen in Lake of the Ozarks.
The size of a Eucharistic wafer. God love you. God does love you for that. God loves you. The real
big
God.
one.
The real God loves you for that. Yeah, the one that the priest eats the quarters of.
Yes. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Break that shit up into foes.
Break it up into foes, and I'm only giving this to my real ones, dude. The rest of you get the
dude.
little fucking little guys.
Let's go,
right.
dude. Give me one of the foe.
Give me one of the. I like my Jesus with a little point on it, baby. I like a little crispy point on my Jesus. You rest of you guys can just eat those little nerdy. The circles made out of Jesus's toes, feet, butt cheek.
Yeah, gross.
We're eating Jesus's heart.
Yeah, we're eating the good stuff, the liver.
Pineal gland, dog. We're eating all prime.
Yes.
We're eating prime Jesus. It's USDA prime Jesus. Okay, the rest of you are eating fucking Triscuits. You're eating Jesus Triscuits.
I'm eating Jesus Wagyu.
Yes, this is what I'm saying. This is prime Jesus here, dude. Okay, it's about 12 to 13, 14 more dollars a pound, but you're not gonna regret it. You're gonna taste the difference. The marbling on that Jesus.
Oh baby, oh baby, oh baby, oh baby, oh baby.
I want my baby back, baby back, baby back,
baby back, baby Jesus. I want my baby back, baby back, baby back, Jesus.
Christ.
The only
I want
thing,
my baby back, baby back, baby back. Christ.
the only thing that could have beat 33-year-old Jesus if they would have right when he was born, and then we could have eaten that.
A Jesus.
Dude,
if they would have got Jesus in the manger and we were serving up veal, buddy, they'd be lined up around the globe. The whole equator would have people lined up around it just for a little nibble,
just for a taste.
Of Jesus veal. All right, we got another song for the album. We got another song for the food album.
Yes, we have a food album, dude, and it's so real. Like, it's so real that anything we want to do musically now with GarageBand is the realest. Now, I can't figure out how to get my. But you said something to me yesterday that made me change this song up, where it said you need to add keep a little human element to it. So I didn't synchronize all of the notes. I let a couple of them hang on too long, a little bit too early. And dude, this is one of the songs I kept making it. So it starts out and it's like a Hare Krishna type. And you're only going to get this if you get on the Patreon. I'm only going to release this on Patreon. Yeah. But I need to start singing some Hare Krishnas over it, because basically it's like a new age Hare Krishna. It's like if Krishna Das got with I would say Ott, but some of the Ott songs. That's what I was going for, okay? So, like, it starts out with just some simple drums. And GarageBand doesn't have a simple drumming for, like, just boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom, just
You,
like the
you need a
beginning.
beat. We need to get a beat pad next, which that's
Yes.
it's easy.
Yes.
That's easy.
And
We can do that.
they don't have a Shruti. I think I can download these too. Maybe.
Bro, I got a Shruti, dog.
I know, but I thought they'd have a digital Shruti. They don't have a digital Shruti, bud.
I don't have no Shroot, dog.
Nope, but I did find this Chinese woodwind, kind of like a violin stringed instrument, and it's got a very
China's got
haunting
some
noise.
badass
Yes,
string
they
instruments
do.
that do.
Yes,
They play in
they
that
do.
weird scale that's like kind of minor, but also it's got like some sharp notes in there that make you go ooh. They make you
Yeah,
ooh.
it's called like the eardo or something like that. It's freaking sick. So then it comes into
Eardo,
that, and
yep.
every time I kept listening to this thing last night, when the beat would drop, I'm in
Oh,
my
Level
kitchen
Up
just
AV said check out Splice.
like, ooh, what's Splice?
I
For
don't know, but
making
if he's
music?
putting us on it, it's
Yep,
probably
I'm
good.
checking it out. I'm checking it out right now. Stop the show. I listened to this guy. I would listen to this guy. Splice sounds. Okay. Samples, loops. Yep, I'm checking this out. Highest quality, royalty-free sample library. Hell yes, thank you. And I will be rewatching Splice the film, starring Adrian Brody, Sarah Polly, and Delphine Shinayak. Guys, you can join us every day. We'll be back on Facebook at some time, but I never want to go back there anyway. YouTube, Hoosiers Fisket. We do have a link tree now you guys can get a hold of. The Patreon, we are gaining subscribers almost every day. If we can just add a couple every day, that would be sick. I think most of the people in here are Patreon subscribers, so thank you to all of you. We're going to start doing some episodes on there as soon as we can get our shit together. We're talking about doing a Sunday sports show because we got so much inside of
I
our
got
brains,
takes, dude.
guys.
I
We
got
got to
takes.
get it out.
I got takes, bro.
All I got to do, they said, hurry up and get it posted on the Patreon. I will. I think the music is pretty much done. I just have to sing some Hari Ramas. I want to layer some Hari Ramas because it's 2035
Hey, has anyone told
Hari
AT
Rama.
that she's a fucking slacking today? Has anyone told AT where fuck you at today? We got a great group in here today. She didn't want to.
She said both of Missouri's local beer tags were filled in Douglas County this year.
Oh, we got people watching on YouTube. Maybe she's watching over there.
Yeah, I got the multi-stream thing.
Oh,
up.
she is. Okay. All right. All right. I'm
Way
gonna
to call her
apologize.
out.
I'm gonna get out in
Yep.
front of it. I didn't hear any of her smart ass takes this morning, dude.
Oh, shit. We got a great story in the chat. I had a Maine Coon cat walk a bobcat off my property.
Oh.
Dude,
Oh.
Maine Coons are
Maine Coons are cool.
sick. Sick.
We don't care about Facebook anymore. Good, because it
Yes.
just doesn't
Yes.
matter.
It
just
just
doesn't matter.
It just doesn't matter. I bet everybody at home that we know was doing that, who's been a part of that. I guarantee they were doing that at home.
Dude, I saw how much time you got? Not much. I saw
5 more
something
minutes.
about- Okay. I saw something like
Ivan's not even really here, so we could honestly go on for days, but I got shit I got to do, and I'm sure
I got shit I got to do too. I don't have to take him to work today, but I saw something the other day. Now, buddy, you know, plant medicine is obviously very near and dear to me. It's very important to me. I think it's important to the whole of humanity.
Yeah.
I think that there are some people that are sent here to be, and I like to count myself an extension of the antenna to broadcast the signal that, hey, there is this technology out there that helps remind us who we are, what we are, and how we can not only improve ourselves, but probably improve the immediate environment around us. And I believe that plant medicines have that potential. However, there's also this thing that comes along knowing how much it should be revered. And of course, you know, as we always try to move into things like legislation, you know, to legalize or decriminalize, there's always going to be like an entertainment element of that where people are like, well, this is how much I can do, or they're putting a fucking pound of weed into a leaf blower and chonging out a tent or whatever. Like people are determined to test the toxicity of things that aren't, you know, almost impossibly toxic. But one of the things for me is like, I knew that after I did ayahuasca, that like I needed people that I loved to know about it. You know, But at the same time, I also had this recognition that I was in no way the person that could be the one that served them or helped them, held a ceremony, right? And there's a thing that is commonly shared among almost everybody that does ayahuasca, and that is, or a high percentage of them, and that is that they feel like, oh my God, this is my calling. I got to be a medicine person. I have to be a medicine person. I'm going to be a shaman. And so when I went to Peru last year and worked with Don Jose, it was so refreshing. Like the first night before we were going to head into the jungle, and after the whole party was there, he was like kind of addressing all of us before the work really began. And he's like, just want to get out in front of something right here, right now. Nobody is here to become a shaman, because so this is something that he's hearing pretty often. So yesterday, so I see this thing quite often where people are like, I'm moving into my medicine man phase, and I know that they've done psychedelics 3 times in their life, and now they're going to try and hold the energetic health balance of fucking people that have major PTSDs and depression problems and everything. But hey, this person did mushrooms one time, and they're ready to lead you on your journey.
I just imagine that guy saying, "Hey guys, no one's here to be a shaman," and you slowly take off your feathered hat.
No,
I know, I'm kidding, but that'd be hilarious.
But absolutely.
You're like, uh-oh. I don't want to be mistaken as a guy who wants to be a shaman here.
There's like a message that needs, I think, to be heard, and I don't know how to equally as like. I think gatekeepers.
Well, you'll have to tell them on next week because I got to shut this down. It's
So catch the rest on the Patreon. Tell your friends.
Craig has the most important thing he's ever going to tell you. It'll be on Patreon here.
Well, so anyway, I've seen in the last week, I've seen probably 5 people that are like, that's it. I'm doing it. I'm following my heart, and this weekend I'm leading my first group of plant medicine seekers on a journey. And I'm like, I think I was sitting in a circle where you said this was like 6 months ago, where you said this was the first time that you'd ever done any. And now I'm like, my brain is like, oh no, we have there's a snowball that is rolling down the hill. And if social media is anything, I guess let me just bypass all that.
Okay.
Let me reset. If you're thinking about working with a medicine man, and the majority of what you see from them are statements coming from the ego and what all they're doing to claim their power and all of that, if that is the entirety of their offering to the conversation in the social construct, if it's constantly coming from a place of ego, this is a person you have to be very, very, very reluctant to work with in the medicine space.
I don't know. I want the Ricky Henderson of shamans, dog. He's like, who's the best shaman? Ricky, the best shaman in this town. Ricky,
the best shaman in this town. It's just been an alarming thing that I've seen it's weird. It's always weird how these things kind of start to pop up all at the same time. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like something triggers
the 100 monkey
in the hive mind it's totally, it's the morphic resonance angle too.
Yes,
it's like one person got this call. So that also makes me think, and maybe this is something we can go into on a Patreon conversation or something, but it does make me wonder, I remember Dave Matthews talking about just plucking songs out of the ether, like them already existing. You just bring them down here and be the vehicle that broadcasts them out. And I think that is similarly happening with all kinds of information. And sometimes something clicks in the frequency. Maybe the fucking Aurora Borealis are fucking throwing, the sun's throwing magnetic storms at the fucking globe. And now all of a sudden there's 8 people who have done mushrooms a total of 11 times. And they're going to take people to the fucking woods and blow their heads open with psilocybin or lysergic acid. Maybe before you do that, lock yourself in a room all by yourself and really address what it is that's calling you, what it is that you're doing, because it feels like I know that I've legitimately had 100 people ask me to do that for them. And I know each time I'm like, that I will put you in contact with people that are doing that. I'm still working on answers for me. And I think all medicine people are as well. But like I have the ultimate imposter syndrome when it comes to, leading a medicine space. I'd much rather just be like, I can make a fun time for you to kind of exist in, but like as far as leading you through the spiritual realm, my experience is one that I keep getting humbled enough by the medicine, like in a harrowing kind of way sometimes, that it's like, no, that's not. I'm not to that station of dragging you of helping you through that yet. So it
I don't
scares the
know.
shit out of me.
I don't know, man.
Maybe so. Well, listen, this is kind of my point. If you're going to work with somebody who's constantly questioning if they are qualified to be God's messenger. Like they have to constantly be questioning whether or not they're moving through life in a way that they're worthy of carrying such a brilliant, like a holistic message that could set it all right.
How
I don't
much
know
is the
either.
shaman doing?
Well, I think that the shaman's working on a level that most people can't.
Sure, because I do remember on I think it was Aubrey Marcus, someone had a great
Hamilton?
analogy that the medicine, whether it be ayahuasca or psilocybin or whatever, it's almost like you have a cut. Well, the doctor can wrap the cut and put a bandage on it, but in all actuality, your body is doing the healing underneath there. So that was kind of like the message was like, hey, as a shaman, I can kind of help you to a certain extent. Then you have to allow your body to do its thing, accept what your body is doing. No doctor heals your cut. It's your body's healing the cut. They help you do it. So I always wondered, like, how much I know energy shifts. Like, I'm the king of when people are tripping to be like, hey, dude, here's an energy shift. Like, this is what it's all about. Like, there's different, and I'm like, I'm very much like, well, you bought the ticket, take the ride. I don't know where this is going, and I don't know how to facilitate. Because a lot of times, if I feel like someone comes to me and we're in a space, and I'm like, I just try to speak as true as my body can, because I feel like the bullshit meter is kind of at its lowest it can be, or maybe at its highest. When you can detect bullshit really easily. But also, 100%. I think if you're a skilled shaman, you kind of know when to do that. It's kind of Kelly Chase said something interesting, like, you want to read the paper. He goes, you want your captain to go read the paper. And his kids go, Dad, what does that mean? And he goes, in hockey, you want your captain to read the paper. He goes, we used to say it on a plane. So if the plane's going down and shit's getting rocky and you look at the captain, he's up there reading the newspaper, you go, oh, everything's cool. But if the captain is up there reaching for the bags and yelling on the radio and panicking, it sets a panic into everyone else, even though the situation is exactly the same. Read the fucking paper, dude. So that's an interesting thought with the shaman and how much, because I think you're right on. You're right on with how that is, because we've heard terrible stories.
It's just popping up all the time. And it's especially interesting when it's people that have come to me within the last couple of years and talk to me about potentially putting them in contact with or things like that. Next thing you know, maybe they've been to one thing, but they are presenting themselves as such. And it's like you touched on something that's interesting. You're not getting any cheese over the plate on me when I'm in that space. Like, you are not going to groove a fucking change up over the middle of the plate.
Yep. You're seeing the stitches on the ball at that point.
I'm seeing everything. Seeing everything. And for the most part, and that's what I want some of these people to know, is like, there are people who are playing along with you, maybe to save your feelings or whatever, but they're seeing the stitches on the ball. Yep. They know what you're doing.
Yep.
They're not really impressed by it.
They're Tony Gwynn.
The only person that you're fooling is yourself.
Yep.
And people who are genuinely, I don't want to say
Rooting for you?
ignorant, but like ignorant enough to the whole thing that they're looking for help. And anybody that presents themselves as an expert will be seen as such. They haven't been around long enough to have been hornswoggled by your imposter, like by your, I don't know, falseness, I guess. I don't know what the word is I'm looking for there, but it's like anybody that's been to the space and that is doing the work knows what you're fucking doing and are probably raising an eyebrow at you. And then anybody that's buying it, for the most part, they're just ignorant, and you're taking advantage of the ignorant. And that's a really, boy, you're going to have to unpack that karmic work, maybe in the circle that you're fucking holding, you know? So you might have to be unpacking your shit because what you're doing is taking advantage of people who don't know better. And I feel like it's at least a conversation that should start to be taking place. This doesn't mean that if you feel like you have a calling towards working in the medicine space, that you shouldn't move towards it, you know, but maybe find mentors who are doing it, who have done it hundreds, if not thousands of times. Sit with them, be their apprentice. Things like this require apprenticeship because you can't possibly prepare for all of the variables that are going to take place with the entire range of human emotions and human personalities that are going to come into your circle. So like it really helps to have it helps to kind of go through the farm system a little bit. It helps go through the farm system a little bit. Yep. Humble yourself. If you're you know Jordan Walker and you come up and that's not saying
you got to start hitting the ball in the air, Craig. You got to start hitting the ball.
You know, if you come up and you wink at a pitcher like Moonlight Graham, buddy, you're going to get dusted off the plate. You're going to get dusted. Yes. Okay. You got to put your time in. Now there's going to be
and then you'll probably time travel a little bit too.
Yeah, that's right. You can walk through a cornfield and disappear. You can do anything. But the point is there's layers to this shit. And just like any other, you know, martial art or anything like that, like you want to kind of come up through the ranks so that you can kind of see as many variables as you can before you're running the dojo. Okay. Make sure if you're at the top of the game, you're the most technique sound individual in the dojo before you start teaching technique to guys who might be able to whoop your ass. You know?
Yep. Well, are there many female shamans, or if there's another name?
Oh yeah, for sure, absolutely.
Because I would almost rather, you know, I mean, like guys come with a lot of. I feel like that space can be heavy for someone who's like, I want to wield power or something like that. To where in my space, I really like a grandma type of energy where it's just like an unconditional love. You just know they're loving and you just know they're there. So like if I'm in the space, I just want to know someone's there and who's loving. So that way if shit does go awry, it's like, even if they look at you like I can't help you right now, but just know I'm loving awareness and I'm here. I feel like that's just enough to let it do its thing, whether you're seeing crazy stuff or whether you're, you know, in a land of ecstasy. If you have some sort of source there, that's why I love like the term of make the space kind of feel better. Like I love so many 100%. People in our group. You get around 100%. Them and you're like, I just feel, I don't know what it is, but man,
and part of that is they're training it. They're training that part. They're putting themselves in that situation. They're realizing that the love that they're building this architecture, you know, the spiritual architecture around. When we're talking about holding the space, they're building a container around people that they love, and inside of that container, it's like a teepee that's vented out the center. We're gonna let all of the stuff that bubbles up, we're gonna let it all kind of drift out of the top of the teepee. But what makes this thing up, that's keeping us all warm and sheltered from the snow, is love, baby. And so, the feminine is such a perfect thing with that. However, this is not going to be super popular. For me, in my experience, if I'm seeking out that person, first off, my very first ayahuasca ceremony was facilitated by a woman. To this day, still the most profound visionary space I've been in with ayahuasca. However, I think that you really have to audit.
Okay.
I think you really have to audit if you're planning on working stateside. Maybe even more so than
Really?
men. I mean, I think you got to do it with everybody. What I'm going to say is there's a lot of that. You know what I'm talking about. You go on Facebook, you see the scroll.
Oh, sure. Sure.
You see the people that are
I
saying,
think I know where you're going.
You see the people that are saying they're always giving their inner dialogue about their spiritual, emotional journey and how they're enough and all this. And they're propped up by like the same 20 equally, the same 20 people. And it's like this weird echo chamber. In my experience, a lot of I know some incredible, absolutely incredible, what I will say, female medicine women. I know a ton of them, and I will sit in circles with them any day of the week. The ones who outwardly call themselves shaman, in my experience, have typically been cosplaying as shaman.
You don't want someone who has a dream catcher from Pottery Barn and thinks, I'm going to suck up all your bad spirits with this. It's like, dude, you bought that at Target. Like, I don't think I don't know if that dream
have children in mines. Okay. Have children in mines get you your stuff. All right.
Yeah. That's how you get real power.
I
need a man. You're right. I got to get a man in there.
Yeah. Come on, dude. Go to South America. Go to Central and South America if you want a female shaman pal.
No, I wanted like an ugly old troll woman. You know what I mean?
85% of the medicine tribe that I probably, that I work with are female. And part of that is because of how love and nurturing comes to them naturally.
Yeah, I love that.
And
in that space, I love that.
It doesn't take a bunch of us, I feel like there is still a very masculine, feminine dynamic that takes place all throughout the world. So like in the medicine circle, there is still very much a need for a masculine protective energy, warring energy, even in the medicine space.
Sure.
But for the most part, you can help build that container with the love and understanding and ability to listen and patience that only I think the feminine can provide. It
almost sounds like a perfect combo. Would be a dude and a chick up there kind of getting after it and kind of.
That was my first journey.
Yin and yang.
They were kind of co-facilitating.
Really?
And dude, it was awesome. It really was. It was awesome. It was truly, truly potent medicine. I don't think that like anything sex specific, but I do think that when people start throwing words around like shaman, like I don't care if I had 100,000 ceremonies. I don't think I would ever use that term because it just feels a little gross for me to use it. Whatever that looks like. I always think like I'm more of like a cosmic bus driver, like I'm gonna help get you from point A to point B. We're gonna go through the stars to get there. But like as far as that word shaman, it's when people use it, I feel as though they're selling something. And it's a word that sells something to the ignorant. And then the people that are in the know that are actually seeking this out, they're already going to be turned off by the fact that somebody is calling themselves a shaman.
Yeah.
So, that's just in my estimation. I mean, you can be a medicine man, a medicine woman, a facilitator. All of these things kind of have the same meaning, but shaman. Boy, it's tough to see a white guy fucking call him,
I know.
It's just tough. It's tough.
Well, I liked your attitude because I brought you on the very first show for ayahuasca, and anytime I've kind of referred to you as like,
saying they lost sound.
This guy's the shaman. Well, they'll deal with it. They can look at us for a little while. But you've always been like, dude, not a shaman. Like, even like, we'll joke about it. And you're like, that's actually kind of like, no, I'm not actually like a shaman. Like, kind of not really serious about it. But you're like, dude, that's, not really what I'm going for. It's interesting because you never really, you're kind of living the life a little bit. Like you're heading that direction. But you've always been like, I'm not the guy. I don't know, because like you said, you've been asked a bunch of times. I've heard people ask, and it's like, I think you could probably do it. But
I could.
You want your shaman to, like you said at the beginning of this, you want them to be questioning it and being like, I don't know if I'm your guy. Because I always think Jesus was probably something like that, where all these dudes were like, dude, you got all the teachings, you got all the answers, you're the son of God, you're the great. And he was probably like, dude, we all got to chill out on that talk a little bit. You're going to get me killed. I'm just here to be here for you, facilitate, say some things that might spark some thought in your head, and then you go do the work. You know what I mean? I can't do all of the work for you. I'm here to facilitate the work, baby. And I'm unconditional love. So if things go wrong or things go right, it doesn't matter. You are loved. That's just how it is. You don't have to worry 100%. About anything else.
Nothing. Taking this, and this is we'll wrap it up with this. Nothing you're going to take is going to fix you, and no shaman is going to fix you. What both of them exist to do the same thing. And look at the medicine like a boat and or a ferry, and the shaman is just the ferryman, knows how to steer this thing around. Absolutely. What it's going to do is open up modes and pathways for you to see the things and possibly the changes that you have to do. And then you're going to have to implement them in your everyday life. I'm going to work with a shaman that laughs a lot. When I'm in medicine space, that's my purge. I'm typically laughing the whole time. I realize it's my spot, and I think that you have this naturally. It's our spot to be the Heyoka, to look at the things in the world and remind everybody that it's all worth laughing about. It's all funny because we exist in this insanely, almost impossible, highly, highly improbable cosmic joke that has a constant, ever-evolving punchline that we are a part of. And once this is all said and done, we're going to go back to something so much bigger than us that we are all just a fraction of. And we're going to look back and we're going to finally be able to laugh at it and be like, oh my goodness, well, I'm getting, I'm trying to laugh all the time. I'm getting a preview of the punchline. And so if I can bring that to my friends, my family, my loved ones, and anybody who is on the periphery, then we're a little bit further ahead of the game. And we can all exist without shame, moving through this thing that we're all doing and none of us really have the answers to. So like, I'm going to work with the shaman who already knows how to laugh at it.
Absolutely, dude. What a show today, bro. We broke records on the viewers not
Charlotte
coming from
Hornets
Facebook.
gear, dog. I got my Charlotte Hornets gear, dog.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do, buddy. Are you feeling okay after that? Looks like your knee kind of bent a little backwards there. Let's go. All right, I'm going to work on that song for the Patreon, and you got something you want to say to him before we leave?
Oh, I do. I got two things I want to say, and I have one question maybe for you. What should the meditation theme be today? Because I'm gonna give you one today. I'm giving them a 5-minute meditation. So if I'm taking.
We talked about birds. We talked about shamans.
We're doing a bird meditation. We're doing
okay.
a bird meditation. That's it. All right, we're done on that. And so I remind all of you to get out there and suck the day's dick. It's clit. Whatever your sexual proclivity is, we hope you live your life with the zest and fervor only a sophisticated Hoosier can. We love you. Thank you for tuning in. Check out the Patreon if you'd like. We're putting cool stuff up on there every day. It's a beautiful weekend. Congrats to your niece. Happy early birthday to my guy right here. It's Steve-O's birthday tomorrow. It's going to be the big 4-2.
Jackie Robinson year, baby.
Yo, Jackie Bruce Suter year. Fuck that. Freaking There's a Cardinal that wore 42, dog.
Yeah, I know. Suter's a man.
He's a Hall of Famer.
Okay. His facial hair. Dude,
Happy Bruce Suter Day. Happy Bruce Suter Day.
He looked like Cat Stevens, dude. His hair was awesome, dude. I loved Suter, dude. He was a lion.
Guys, thank you for tuning in. We love you, and cowabunga.
But it doesn't matter because it's just a ride. We can change it anytime we want. It's only a choice. No effort, no work, no job, no savings of money. A choice right now between fear and love.